Alright, so we have Aryan, Neil, Vishal, Shara, Prisha, Chris, Praneeth, and Vihan, and also Shravya. So, everybody, welcome Prisha to the class. This is her first class, and Prisha, just for your knowledge, the way we do classes, like this is SAT group class, and we have a pre-calculus class on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. So, whatever we do in the class, that gets recorded. Only I'm getting recorded, okay? Not the current screen. It's me and the board that's getting recorded, and I upload the video of the class onto my YouTube channel. That is just for you guys to be able to review or revise things. So when I'm teaching, I would request everybody to stay focused on following the concepts rather than being busy taking notes. Okay, so that's the reason why I upload the video for you guys to refer to it later on. So you don't have to be busy taking notes. Rather focus more on following the concepts. Okay. So, all right. So who all we have? One more time. So we have Arya, Aryan, Praneeth, Chris, Neil, Sarah, Prisha, Rehan, Vihan, and Vishal. Shravya dropped off. She will join. All right. So let's get started. So I had published the link, the list of topics that we are going to cover in today's class, and that is putting primarily around the polynomials that we had started learning yesterday. So when you look at the topic on polynomials, it primarily deals with the different operations that we do with polynomials and relate that with the key concepts of the standard formulas that we have learned before. So that's what we'll cover. So let me just read the topics that we're going to cover today, and then we'll get started. So all right, so let me go to the topic list. So the topic list is adding, subtracting polynomials with two variables. That would sound easy peasy to you guys. Multiplying polynomials and word problems and area model, and then difference of square expression, and then general way of expressing and expressing a squared binomials, finding a square of binomials in different forms, and multiplying binomials with and then multiplying binomials with radicals. So let's get started. So a quick recap of what all we know. Anybody having any question with respect to what we have learned so far? I assume the answer is no, and request you guys to keep participating, keep answering, stay active. If I'm making you guys sleep, keep yourself awake. All right. So first thing first, polynomial. When we speak polynomial with respect to an expression, means an expression where you have multiple terms. These are all the terms. Whenever you have more than one term, that is what is called polynomial. So if you have an expression which has only one term, that is monomial. If you have two terms, that is called binomial. And when you go beyond two, that is all called polynomial. Even a binomial term is good enough to be called a polynomial, because any expression which has more than one term is a polynomial. Hello Ananya, hey Savya, welcome back. So that is what we learned.
Hi.
Hello. Now let's quickly do a recap of a few formulas that we have learned in the past. That will come out to be handy for solving some of the problems that we'll deal with in our journey of learning polynomials. So if I say this, everybody knows about this. If I say a minus b whole square, everybody knows this. When I say a square minus b square, everybody knows this is a plus b into a minus b. Now you have learned all these with two terms. Now let's look at a scenario where we are talking about multiplying a polynomial which has more than two terms, or when we are dealing with polynomials which has more than one variable also. So let's look at this. If I say 4x plus 3y plus z multiplied by 4x plus 3y plus z. So if I'm basically trying to find out a square of 4x plus 3y plus z. Now there are two ways of doing it. You can simply apply the distributive formula that you have learned, where you will say that fine, this means I will multiply this term with all of them, then this term with all of them, and this term with all of them. That is the most basic, the orthodox method of doing it. There is one more thing. We have learned about a plus b whole square, and we are all clear about a square plus 2ab plus b square. If I say what is a plus b plus c whole square, can somebody tell me what is that? Have you come across this before, or would you remember the formula of this by any chance? No? Okay, so again, when we have to find out this, I'm just writing it down for the sake of making it easy for you guys. A plus b plus c whole square equals a square plus b square plus 2 plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac. Now we'll revalidate this also. You don't have to blindly follow what I'm saying. Math is not about following a teacher, it's about doing it. So a plus b plus c whole square equals a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2b plus 2bc plus 2ac. So the three combinations. Now let's quickly solve it, and then we will come back to this question one more time. So a plus b plus c whole square so I'm applying the distributive rule, which says this multiplied by the whole thing plus this, that is b multiplied by the whole thing, plus this c multiplied by the whole thing. And let's see if that matches with the formula that I had given before. Okay, now let's break this bracket open. I have to keep on unlocking my screen. Now this is a into a square plus a into b, ab plus a into c, ac plus b into a is ba or ab, whatever you call it. B into b is b square plus b into c is bc. Now let's break it open, this one. C into a is ca or ac, c into b is cb or bc, whatever you call it, plus c into c is c square. So now if you look at it, we have a square, b square and c square. These three are there. Now 1ab plus 1ab. So I'll say a square plus b square plus c square. 1ab plus 1ab, that makes it 2ab plus ac and another ac, 2ac plus bc and one more bc, 2bc. Yeah. So I mean, you don't really have to memorize this formula, just that I remembered it, so I said it. But you can always derive that applying the distributive rule and calculate it by yourself. So this is all about how do you kind of multiply or deal with multiplication of binomials. Now if I apply the same thing here, if I have this kind of equation, now it's a, b and c, a, b and c. So a plus b plus c multiplied by a plus b plus c. I can if I remember the formula, I can just apply it there. and that becomes a square, which is 4x square, so 4x square plus b square, which is 3y square, plus c square, which is z square, plus 2ab, so 2a into b, so 2 times 4 times x times 3y, a and b, plus 2bc, b and c, 2 into 3y into z, plus 2ac, so 2 times a is 4x into z. So we got this in a much lesser time if you remember this formula. And again, I don't prescribe you guys to memorize formulas. What I suggest instead is practice them enough that it becomes part of your for lack of a better word, muscle memory. Okay, that's what I call it. So this makes it look much easier, much simpler compared to what you would do otherwise. So before I go further, this one we are just dealing with how do you multiply polynomials. Is everybody comfortable with what I've done so far on the board or what I've tried explaining? Okay. How about you, Prisha? This is your first class, so I'll keep on asking you as well, because everybody else in the class has heard me enough, so they might they probably have learned how to follow me, right? For you, it's a new teacher, new class, new setup altogether, right? Is the page fine?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. How about you, Chris, Aryan, Arya? Everybody's okay? Yep. Sravya, fine. Neil and Sarah, Ananya,
Yes, sir.
everybody?
I understand.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Now you will say, multiplying polynomials, adding polynomials, subtracting polynomials. These are not something that we guys would want to learn, right? I mean, you guys are probably a little too old to try this. It's just about practice. I mean, I'm much older than you guys, but I'm still doing it because I'm just doing it for the sake of staying in touch. Now, the question is, why do we even need to know this? What is the practical relevance of this? Now let's look at some word problems, and that is where we'll be able to kind of relate that better. Now think of a scenario where, and again, for some of you who are already aware, this is not my original voice. I'm having a little scratchy throat right now, so I'm hoping that I'm able to convey what I'm trying to convey. Okay, all right. So now let's think of a scenario. Okay, you guys will not deal with simple problems. Okay, fine. You have a polynomial 4x squared plus 3x minus y. Multiply this with 2x squared plus y. You will not be given, I mean, obviously you will have some simple questions also to deal with, but this will not be the case always. What you will come across would be more of a word problem. That is where the questions will make you think a little bit more. So now think of a scenario. Let's say you get a question which says that find out the size of the glass that you would need for fitting in a window, where the length and width are in the ratio 3:2. Okay, and just one second. थोड़ा आवाज कम करो, टीवी का आवाज कम करो. Okay. And then, so you have to find out how big of a glass you would need for your window, where the length and width are in the ratio 3:2, or length and width are in the ratio 2:3, let's say. That is one thing you are aware of. And if you add 8 inches to the length, that will be 2 times the width, or let's say 12 inches to the length, that will be equal to 2 times the width. Okay, so find out, is this enough? So you have the ratio given. Okay, so if you add 12 inches to the length and multiply the width by 2, then you get, let's say, 54. Okay, now find out the dimension of the glass that you will need for your window. So again, let me read the question one more time. So you have to find out a glass for your window where the length is to width ratio is 2:3 for the window, and if you add 12 inches to the length and add that with the 2 times of the width, the total dimension is 54. Now you find out what will be the square inches or the area of the glass that you would need for this window. So for the kids who have been with me for some time, and for Prisha who's in the class for the first time, there's one method that I prescribe very strongly, that is called TRAD. For every sum, T stands for trusting yourself, that if there is a problem that anybody in the world can solve, that is me. Yes, Pranit, I will come to you. Let me just finish this boring concept one more time, okay? R stands for read. Read, read, and read. So basically, if you have a question, make sure that you read it enough so that you extract all the information that you have in the question. Then comes A. A stands for analyze. Meaning, you have read the question, you have extracted all the information from it, and then you are analyzing. You are making your brain think that, okay, this is information I have, this is what the question is asking me to do, these are the possible options that I can explore. And then comes N. N stands for Nike. Nike says, the slogan of Nike is just do it. So then you do it. Even if you don't remember this whole thing, what I'm saying is, you should have no doubt with respect to whether you can solve a problem or not. And before you try attempting a problem, read the question enough, analyze or make your plan around it, and then you try doing it. That will help you get a better result in your question. So when I was reading the question again and again, I see some of the kids are ready to give me the answer, but here I was reading the question a couple of times. The main reason was just to make sure that you get the question right. Now let's see what Pranit and Vishal have to say. Yeah, Pranit.
So, do you add 12 to the length and then multiply the width by 2, or none of that? Just like add 12 to the length and add it to the width and get 54.
So, let me read the question one more time, right? Because
Okay.
that will be a scenario for you guys in the exam also, and that is where reading the question again and again will help. So I'm saying that the idea is to find out the dimension of the glass that you would need for your window. What information you have is the length is to width ratio of the window is 2:3, and then the next information that you have is adding 12 inches to the length and plus adding 12 inches to the length and multiplying width by 2. These two together is 54 inches.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, Vishal, you had raised your hand as well.
No, I was just asking can you say the question again?
Okay. So you got the question now, right?
Yeah.
Did everybody get the question? Okay. Sara, Neil, you got the question as well? Aryan?
I didn't understand the question.
Okay.
Please again.
I'm reading it one more time for you. So you have to find out the size of the glass that you will need for your window. Okay? And there's some information that you have in the question which says length to width ratio is 2:3 of the window. And second information that you have is adding 12 inches to the length and adding that length, that 12 inches plus length, and adding that with the 2 times of the width is 54 inches. So I'm giving you one relationship between length and width, that is 2:3 ratio, and second information I'm giving you is 12 inches plus length plus 2 times the width is 54 inches. Now I'm saying go ahead and find out the uh, uh, basically the dimension of the glass that you would need for your window. Did you get that question, Vera?
Yes.
Okay. Aryan, everybody got the question?
Yes, sir.
Ananya? Okay.
I'm kind of confused though, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, Ananya.
can you repeat the question?
Okay. So imagine this is your window, okay? This is a window. Okay? So I'm saying the length is to width ratio is 2:3. This is the window where I'm trying to put a glass. Okay? So length to width ratio is 2:3. I'm saying whatever be the length, add 12 to the length, and whatever is my width, multiply that by 2. So 12 plus the length plus 2 times the width. Total is 54 inches. Okay?
Okay.
So now I'm saying with this information, find out how big the glass would be for this window. Yes,
Right.
yes,
Okay,
Chris.
thank
Okay. Yes, Chris.
Are like 12 plus L and 2 times the width equal 54? Are they like two separate things, or is it that 12 plus L plus 2 times the width equals 54?
Second one.
Second one, okay.
Rosie, what's up? Yes, Vishal.
So 2 is the length, right?
2 is the length. No, I said length plus 12 plus 2 times the width is 54.
No, I meant the ratio. And the ratio 2 represents the length,
Two
right?
is, two is length to width ratio is 2:3. Yeah, length is smaller than width. I mean, if you want to interpret it that way. Okay, Vishal.
I think it's 30 would be the length and 27 would be the width.
Okay, and what was the question? Tell me the area of the glass for this window.
Okay.
And everybody else, okay? Vishal is a great student, but don't get biased by what he says. We all should use our own.
810.
Okay. I will take that as an option. All right. 2 more minutes, okay? Because we have a lot more to cover. So I would wait to hear from at least 2 more of you in next 2-3 minutes, and then we'll start. And then I will start, because Prisa would not like this statement, but as she's going to hear it for the first time, everybody else is used to it. I say I don't trust anybody when it comes to math. And that's a message to you all. Don't trust anybody, do it yourself. We're close to being done. I heard Vishal. See, what's up? You got the question, right? I think you joined a little late, but did you get the question? Okay. Rehan, you got the question, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Aryan, you still have some confusion around this question, correct?
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay.
still kind of confused, but I think if I hear the explanation, I will understand it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a difficult one, trust me. It's certainly not a difficult one. It's all about the amount of practice we do, and you'll certainly find it easy.
Okay.
Who wants to go next? All right. Would you guys want me to do it? Okay. So let me try solving this for you guys. Okay. Again, as I said, the method tran, that is my thumb rule for solving it. T is my trust. I trust myself. I want you all to trust yourself. Yes, Vihan.
I'm not completely sure about this, but I got 10.5 as the length and 15.75 as the width.
Okay. Okay. So 2 different answers I have got, which gives me a reason to certainly solve it. But again, when you guys solve it, when you solve any problem, right, make sure that you do it step by step, so you always have an opportunity to go back and do a review of what you have done, and if there's something wrong, at least you'll be able to catch it in the second iteration of going through the same problem. Prisha, are you close to being done, or you're trying?
I was doing it, but I got the 54, like I figured out like the X value, but then after that, I'm like stuck.
Okay. So let me try doing it in my way, okay? My way as in my prescribed way. Trust, don't worry about T. That's part of the characteristic that we build for ourselves. Then comes R, read the question enough. Let me read it. The question says, the length to width ratio of the window is 2:3. Length to width ratio is 2:3, okay? That is a good information. Now, when I add 12 inches to the length and then add that with 2 times the width, my total is 54 inches. So now, if I read one more time, it says length to width ratio is 2:3, and then 12 inches, 12 plus length, 12 inches plus length plus 2 times the width is 54. Now, in most of the world, right? I mean, it's a window like this. As I told you guys, right? Assume this is the window. So this is more like a rectangular, in a rectangular form. That's the assumption. Now, let's say this is my length and this is my width. This one doesn't look like 2:3. So maybe, this is a longer, this window is probably a little longer. So it's probably like this. Okay. So this is my length and this is my width. Let's call it length and width. Length and width. Now it says length to width ratio, meaning length by width is equal to 2/3, 2:3. Or this can become an equation for us where what you will do? You will do crisscross, right? So 2 times width equal to 3 times of length. This is one equation you have got. 2 times of width equal to 3 times of length. This is one equation. So let me write it down. 2 times of width equal to 3 times of length. And I am assuming everybody understood what I am doing, right? Length to width ratio is 2:3. So length by width equal to 2:3. Okay? Now, this is one formation I got. Now second one says, add 12 inches to the length and then add that with 2 times of width gives you 54. That means 12 inches to the length, 12 plus L plus 2 times of width equal to 54. Now, if you look at these two, this is one equation, this is another equation. This is one unknown, width is a variable right now. Length is also a variable right now. So these two unknowns, again same length and width. So we have two equations and two unknowns. We can use that, the knowledge of algebra for solving these two equations. So we have two equations, two unknowns or two variables. We can use that. So what we'll do is we'll use the method of substitution where we'll take the value of one variable from one equation and substitute in that equation. Now here let's say 2 times width equal to 3 times length, or let's use a capital L always. That means width equal to 3/2 times length. Now we got width in terms of length. Now what we'll do is we'll put this value in this equation. So we'll put the value of W here, width here. So 12 plus L plus 2W, 2W. In place of W, I will put this value. So 3/2 L equal to 54. Yeah. So 12 plus length, 12 inches to the length was added, and then that was added with 2 times of width had given me 54. That was the other equation that I was given. So here, this 2 and this 2, tic-tac-toe, gone. So what you're left with is 12 plus L plus 3L. So 12 plus 4L. 12 plus 4L equals 54. That means 4L equals 54 minus 12, which is 42. 54 minus 12 is 42. Yeah. So length equals 42 divided by 4, which is 10.5. So 10.5 inches. So you got this length as 10.5 inches. Okay. Now we know this relationship. The 2 times of the width is equal to 3 times of the L. Now we got the value of L. We will substitute it here. So it becomes 2 times width equal to 3 times of length, which is 10.5. So this becomes 2 times width equal to 3 to 10.5. That makes it 31.5. So width equals 31.5 divided by 2. So this will be equal to 15.75. I'm assuming that you guys already know it, so I'm not doing it. I'm just doing a little faster calculation. I got length, I got width. My length is 10.5, my width is 15.5. So the area of the glass that I would need for this window would be length times width, which is 10.5 times 15.75. Now you guys know how to do the calculation of this one. So 10.5 into 15.75. So this becomes 10.5 by 10 by 100, and then you do the calculation. I mean, whichever way you want to calculate. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Chris.
Wait, sir, in the down left corner, where did you, like, when you're writing 12 plus L plus 2
W.
times 3 over 2 L equals 54, where did you get the plus 2 from?
So see, this is 2W.
Yeah.
12 plus L plus 2 times the width equal to 54. That was the given equation for me. That was information the question. Now, this 2W, what I did was, I replaced the value of W by getting it from here. My first equation says, length to width ratio is 2 by 3. Length by width is equal to 2 by 3. 2 is to 3. Yeah. So from this I got, this is how you make it cross the border, right? Equal to sign. So it becomes 2 times W equal to 3 times L. So this goes up, this goes this way. Yeah. So from this I got W equals 3 by 2 times L. I made this guy go here. Yeah.
I mean, I understood like where you got 3 by 3 over 2L from, but then what about like the individual plus 2?
So this is, there's no plus 2. This is, so look at this equation. So go back to this equation. Let's go back to this equation. 12 plus length plus 2 times W equal to 54. So 12 plus length plus 2 times W. 2 times of W. I got W equal to 3 by 2L. So this is, I'm just putting the value of W here. 3 by 2L, sorry. Equal to 54. So I have done nothing. I have just substituted the value of W which I got from the other equation in this place. That's it. So this is your method of, yeah?
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So did everybody follow what I did?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Did it sound complicated or it was looking okay to follow? Complicated? Okay. Now let's solve one more problem. I don't know who all believes in ghosts here in this class, but ghost remains scary till you have not seen it. The day you see a ghost, the fear will be gone. And the good thing is none of us have seen ghosts yet, so there is no ghost. Now what I'm trying to say here is, math, it might look a little complicated, and it will look complicated unless you keep encountering with it over and over again. Let's talk about this. Let's say I have a rectangle where my length is 2x plus 5 and my width is 4x plus 7. Okay? And the area is let's say 200 square centimeter. Find out the value of x. Now this is a simple rectangle. Your length is 2x plus 5, your width is 4x plus 7. And this is one of the standard questions that you will see in your city exam. Your length is this and your width is this. There is no other information. The only information that you have is the area is 200 centimeters squared, find out the value of x. Now, by the basic concept of geometry, you know that area of a rectangle is length times width. So this is my length, this is my width. Length times width, 2x plus 5 times width, 4x plus 7 equal to the area. Length times width is the area, 200 centimeters square. Find out the value of x. So from this, what do you get? It gives you 2x plus 5 into this. Now, this is where it comes the situation of multiplying binomials. So this is like 2x into 4x, 8x squared, 2x into 7 is 14x. Now 5 into 4x is 20x plus 5 into 7, 35 equal to 200. Now you will solve this. So 8x squared plus 14x plus 20, 14 plus 20x gives you 34x plus 35. So bring 200 this side. So it becomes 35 minus 200 equals 0. So that gives you 8x squared plus 34x minus 165 equals 0. So you have an equation at hand. You have to find out the value of x. So you got a quadratic equation. So there are three things that we applied in this question if you see. It simply says your length is 2x plus 5, your width is this, and your area is this. First thing you applied was the understanding of geometry, where you know that area equals length times width. You put that here. Now you got a quadratic equation. You have to solve this quadratic equation to get the value of x, because that's your objective as per this question. Now who all remembers or who all knows how to solve this real quick? Which method you would apply? Any quick reference to me for solving it? I have a quadratic equation. I have three ways of solving it. You all know about it. Most of you, I mean, Prisha also would know, but since I'm not taught, so I'm not claiming that. But if I have a quadratic equation, I have to find out the value of x. Who all knows how you can find it?
You can use the quadratic formula.
Quadratic formula, which is nothing but x equals minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. Yeah? Yeah, Praneeth.
You can use the generic formulas such as like a plus b squared. Squared.
Yeah. Would that apply here? If you look
No,
at
not here because it's not in one of the generic formulas.
Right. So that doesn't seem to be a case. Then you're left with two options. One is the method of multiplying a and c. Yeah, Chris.
Would it be completing the square?
Say that again. Yeah. Completing the square. That could be another option. Yes. That's the fourth option actually. So you can say, okay, fine. This is 8x squared. See, the problem here is this is not a perfect square. Okay. So trying to complete the square might not work, because this is not something square, this is not a square, and this might not work as well. So then the best bet you have is you can go for the quadratic formula. Yeah. Okay. Is everybody with me? So summary of what we are trying to do here is this. We just had a scenario where, like a word problem, where you're told that you have a rectangle where the length is something in the form of x and width is something in the form of x, and then you have been given the area. So you have been asked to find out the x, or maybe as the next step it will say, okay, find out the value of x and also the length and width in absolute value. So you apply all your concepts and understanding to come to this point. This becomes a equation. Solve it. Done deal. Yeah. And everybody knows there is a standard form for the quadratic equation: ax squared plus bx plus c. So that is what I'm referring to here. So you relate with that, find out the value of a, b, and c, and substitute it here, and you should be able to get the answer. Yeah. Now there was one interesting concept that I thought I should cover. That is multiplying binomials with radicals. That would be interesting. Does everybody know what is a radical? Okay, so let me quickly go to Aryan. So Aryan, whatever I did with the previous problem plus this problem, was it easy to understand? Were you able to follow me?
I think I'm slowly able to understand it more.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again.
I'm still not perfect, but I think I'm slowly understanding it.
There's only one way to perfection, that is breaking your head with few problems. Yeah. So see, again, whatever we are doing in the class, right? That is just that's more like a jump start. I'm telling you the concept. We do few sums in the class. I kind of bother you guys to do few sums with me. That just helps you get the jump start. But then after the class also, what is expected from you is pick up the same topic. Let's say right now we are doing polynomials. So you go to Khan Academy, search for the topic polynomial, and in that chapter you will see a couple of unit tests. Don't go through the concepts because that we have already covered. So just try doing the unit test. You'll find few unit tests there, okay? Just skim through those and do the unit test and see if you're able to answer them. If you get stuck, then what you have to do is go through the video once, just quickly glance through what we are covering in the class, and then try doing it. If that doesn't help, then you have all the reasons to tell your teacher that, sir, you did not explain me well. And then we'll do it one more time. Yeah? Alright? Okay. Alright, before I move on, so Ananya, Arya, Praneet, Chris, Prisha, Rehan, Sarah, Savya, Sivatsa, Vihan, and Vishal. Everybody has understood what I've been blabbering so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you said yes. I was saying whatever I've been blabbering, so it was more of a blabber, is it? I'm just kidding.
No, sir.
I'm just kidding. I have to just make sure that you guys stay awake with me here in the class. Okay, yeah. So now the question to you all. The next thing that we're going to talk about is multiplying polynomials with radicals. Now the question is, what is a radical? Yes, Vishal.
It's a symbol used to for square roots and for like the nth root.
Yes. So basically, if you have a square root of x, you can write this as x to the power 1 by 2. So this is the exponent form and this is the radical form. Yeah. This is called rational exponent. Yeah. Where the exponent is in the form of a rational number. This is the radical exponent. Not radical. I mean it's a radical form of the root. Yeah. So this is called radical. Now, if you have cube root of y, you can as well write this as y to the power 1 by 3. So these are two different representations of the. This is called radical and this is called rational exponent. So this is radical exponent. So in short, we call it, this is radical form of the exponent. Yeah, or radical. This is radical. Now comes the thing that we want to do. So let's say if I have x squared plus 2x minus 7 to be multiplied with square root of x minus cube root of x. Let's see who all can do it real quick. I want you guys to multiply. See, why I'm asking you guys to do it, because there's no new concept. So I'm just trying to gauge if you find this multiplication easy or you find it difficult, and that is when I will bring my expertise to make it easy for you if there's a need. Can you guys try solving it real quick? Or you want me to give it a shot first? Any which way is okay. Let me ask this. Who all are trying it actually?
I'm trying it, sir.
I'm trying it.
I'm trying it.
Wonderful.
Find it.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes, beta.
What does it say on the last thing? Like, yeah.
Cube root of x.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sir,
Yep.
I can't see the question.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Sorry.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. I can read it for you guys as well because my writing is not that great. X squared plus 2x minus 7. This is one polynomial. Is to be multiplied with square root of x minus cube root of x. And try to put that in the most simplified form. So we have 10 more minutes to go for the class. So I'll give you guys probably 3 more minutes to solve it. If not, then I will try solving it for everybody else to follow. And then obviously, as I said, you will have to go back to Khan Academy, pick up the unit test and see if whatever we are learning in the class that is helping or not helping. Yes, we shall.
I got x squared square x squared square root x
Okay.
minus x squared cube root of x
Okay.
plus 2x square root x minus 2x cube root of x
Okay.
minus 7x, no, minus 7 square root x plus 7 cube root of x.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me kind of, just in the interest of time, let me try solving it for you guys, and then you can just look at what would be your best bet for solving it. So again, in the question I said multiply this polynomial with this radical polynomial, binomial, whatever you call it, and get at the most simplified form. What does it mean is, since I have only one variable x, I want to keep it as simple as possible. So let's do it this way. First thing what I'll do is x squared, I'll write it x squared, 2x minus 7, that is fine. When I have a radical, this is something which is different from the way we see it here. What I will do is, I will convert into same form. X square root of x, I can say that x to the power 1 by 2. Similarly, cube root of x, I can say that as x to the power 1 by 3. Does it make sense? I mean, is it okay to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when I am multiplying this, so let's multiply this x square. So now what I'll do is multiply this with all of them, then multiply this with all of them. So let's go from here. X to the power 1 by 2 times x square plus x to the power 1 by 2 times 2x minus 7 x to the power 1 by 2. So this one is done. Now let's go to this one. So minus x to the power 1 by 3 times x square minus into minus, again minus x to the power 1 by 3 times 2 into x, and then minus into minus becomes plus x to the power 7 x to the power 1 by 3. Now what I will do is, I'll add the powers. So 2 plus 1 by 2. See, this is the exponent formula that we know. X to the power a times x to the power b becomes x to the power a plus b. So this becomes x to the power 2 plus 1 by 2. First one. Plus, this is again 2 comes outside. 2 to the power x to the power 2 times x to the power 1 by 2 plus 1. Again, same exponent thing. X power 1 multiplied by x power 1 by 2 becomes x power 1 plus 1 by 2. Minus 7 x power 1 by 2. Minus, this becomes x to the power 2 plus 1 by 3. Minus, this becomes x to the power 2 into x to the power 1 plus 1 by 3. So this one is also done. Then we have 7 x to the power 1 by 3 plus 7 x to the power 1 by 3. Now when you look at this becomes x to the power 5 by 2. This becomes x to the power 2 times x to the power 3 by 2. Minus, this becomes 7 x to the power 1 by 2 minus x to the power 3 to the 6 plus 1, 7 by 3, x to the power 7 by 3. This becomes 2 into x to the power 3 1 to 3 plus 1, 4 by 3 plus 7 x to the power 1 by 3. So what happened is, I'm not having a regular exponent and a radical exponent as two things. I just added the power. It looks absolutely in terms of x as power. This is a simplified form. I could have, like the way you explained, Vishal, I could have kept that way also, x squared times x is cube root of x, but that doesn't put the things together. That has not simplified things yet. So that's why, whatever we know with our knowledge of exponents, we are using that for applying it here. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So a quick question to everybody. When I was going through the topic polynomial, I was thinking that it will take us deeper into the concepts of quadratic equation and polynomial and dealing with polynomials with multiple degrees. But essentially, when you look at polynomials, it primarily deals with the different operations that you can do with polynomials and how do you use or relate the concepts of polynomials for solving word problems. So, we learned how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication of polynomials, binomials. How do we use the standard formulas a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a square minus b square, or even if you learn a plus b plus c whole square, how does it help? Similarly, you can also find out the value of a minus b minus c whole square also. I mean, it's more of a playful act that you can do for learning new things rather than stressing yourself to memorize all those. Okay. So that's pretty much what we had with respect to what we wanted to learn for polynomials. And I would strongly recommend you guys to go to Khan Academy and at least do the unit test. Not because I'm asking you guys to do it. It is primarily for you to kind of do a quick assessment of how well you have understood the concepts. Is there anything that you are not able to solve or you would not be able to solve in the actual test? So that is why that practice would actually help. And if you just spend half an hour anytime during the week, you should be able to finish all the unit tests actually, because these concepts are not difficult, but just doing practice makes you more confident. Yeah. So with that being said, I will let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your evening. As you can see, the younger ones have started joining for the next class. Yeah.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye
sir.
bye. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.